Hello. Hello, Pupper Dog.
This is my panda.
Hello, Panda. Oh, the sweetness.
Yeah, she has to come visit.
Oh, look at that sweet face. Oh, is that a big yawn? Oh, that's a big yawn. Oh, that was a big yawn. Hi, I know we actually have Sheila here. Yay!
I'm excited to be here. I truly am. It's been a minute, and I missed her a lot.
Oh, I missed you too. You've always been so sweet.
Thank you. You too.
You have a beautiful background with on your wall.
Oh, thank you. I used to, if you remember any of my videos back in the day, remember I used to display all of the gifts that I used to give? Mm-hmm. And I loved all the gifts, and I absorbed them in my home where I could, but it looked like a garage sale. So I looked at it one day, I'm like, I really need to redo that. And I'm not really a decorator, so this was the best that I could do.
I think it's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Well, then again, I don't know that I'm the person to say. I do the artwork in the background and the sides because this is my living room. That's the great chair of happiness, and that's Boo Boo in the blanket.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
snoozing in the blanket. And that's a box that I need to finish filling up and send to Sarah. And then this is my work tower, and it's a complete mess.
I know all of my cards, and my Oslo tower is off camera as well.
Well, I tried pushing it. I was talking to Sheila before we went on. I started pushing it, and I knocked over this other side. And it was like, okay, that's going to stay there. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. We have got Celtic Tarot Sheila. Yay! And I just want to throw out there that I really did think you were like 10 years younger than me, honestly. So I just want to throw that out there. So
well, thank you, because I thought you were like in your 30s.
Oh God!
No joke.
You're
no, I really thought, I'm like, she's like a young, like 30, 35. I really did believe that.
You're very sweet. Thank you.
So
I turned 54 in about 3 weeks. So.
That just blows my mind. But you do not look 50, and that you can probably everybody in the chat will tell you that, like, there's no way you look that old at all. I know. I'm 57. Yeah.
Low bandwidth covers a multitude of sins.
Does. I love that. And to be honest with you, they in these little videos, they have a little thing where you can do like a filter on your face, so each and every wrinkle does not highlight. Yeah, we use it. Okay, we use it. I do, at least.
Oh, there's a filter. I'm sorry, we're just gonna chat
for a little bit.
Talk about it for a little bit, and so sorry about that. No, there's a. I've never made a TikTok video, but I've played around with the different filters, and there's one that was very popular for a while because boy, it makes you look really good, but it made me look like a different person.
Oh yeah, you got to be kind of careful with that. I use one that just smooths out my face.
Good for you.
Yeah, just like try to because I do have those little wrinkles right up in here and the little wrinkles right up in I can't stand them, but it's probably because somebody says because I really truly enjoy straws from birth, so I am a straw girl.
Awesome.
But yeah.
Says we will see Boo Boo, but where is Panda? Oh, Panda was here at the beginning.
Yeah, well, I don't know where she went. Pandalina? I don't know. She's probably out terrorizing somebody like a squirrel. She goes out in my back. I have a doggy door, and you can always tell that there's a squirrel out in the backyard because no matter where Panda is at in the house, all of a sudden you just see this black and white streak go. She's after a squirrel.
There we go.
No squirrels allowed in the backyard, apparently.
All right.
Anyways, I know we have work to do. I know we're not. We have work.
I know, but at the same time, we get along quite well. And those who don't know, Miss Sheila has a fantastic channel.
Oh,
that is the name of her channel, Celtic Tarot Sheila. And she has always been, in all the years that we've known each other, she has never failed to be very, very nice to me and to people around her. And she's a good person. So I just want you to know that. Okay.
I appreciate that. Same with you. And I have to give them a little bit of a backstory with you and I. I was actually working as a security guard in this great big huge place that I was a security guard in. And it was when Trump, right before the first impeachment, and I was just going crazy. And it dawned on me, I'm going to check out the readers and see what they say about this guy. And Autumn was who I found. And I listened to her every noon. It's at 11 o'clock my time, but so every 11 o'clock I was on her channel getting that daily dose of what was going on in the world. And I remember that day, I'm like, I do this. I wonder, she gave me the confidence to get on and do it myself. Back in the day, she did it with just her hands, and I started with just my hands because she was the girl I listened to, you know what I mean? And so her and I both kind of evolved where we had just hands and then our faces. So you can blame Autumn for that. Yeah. So I just wanted to give you a little backstory of that too. That's how far back her and I, and then we were able to collaborate. I think maybe 3 or 4 months later, we were doing some collaboration. So that was wonderful. Anyways.
Yeah. And you do a lot of remote viewing.
I do. I used to be very insecure about the remote viewing because it used to hijack me a lot. And now that I've been on here and I learned a little bit and kind of talked to a lot of other people and stuff like that, I'm able to then now kind of give it a little bit of more direction. I don't know what's coming through, but I can at least give it a little bit more direction where it's not hijacking me as much as it used to. And so I finally get a little bit of confidence in that because I've always been able to do it. I just thought it was craziness. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do a lot on my channel and reading, of course. I usually back it up with a few cards I pull at the end.
Yeah, and well, with me, because I am doing this other than 2 emergencies, I have been here every single day for more than 5.5 years.
This is true.
And so, yeah, I'm always here. Late, too often late because the art takes me. Matter of fact, I was talking to, I forget who I was talking to, but it was someone in the business world and something about the art. And like, you mean to tell me, you're on every single day and you are like, you're like your entire, like there are entire art departments in companies that do just the amount of graphics you do.
Agreed.
Let alone all of the presentation and the wardrobe and the nails and the all of that. So it's a lot. But I do this because I've always been a news junkie. I want to know what's going on. It's my Scorpio nature. I want to know. Yeah. But at the same time, it is really toxic.
It can be. You let it, yeah. True that. Yeah.
I mean, being here, and I've had various people come on the channel and say I couldn't do what you do every single day. Reading on some of these scumbags. So I think there are a couple of things I've learned over the years, and one is I think I'm a lot faster than I used to be, and when I collaborate with other people, I find it's like, okay, who wants to go first? And I'm usually the first with an answer because I'm going through 12 questions a day, every day. But perhaps it also helps me keep a little bit of distance, because by the time I leave here, I'm done for the day. I don't want to know unless it's an emergency. I'm going to work on my business and my novels and anything other than be in this energy, because I'm in it from the minute I wake up until the end of the live stream.
Well, we have to take care of ourselves. That's what they see. They see what us on screen, and they forget that when we're off screen, we have to take care of ourselves. We may not talk about it. We may not act like it. We may not even show it, but we do a lot of stuff on the outside. That we all do. Like, I also take breaks from it. I also go out into the woods. I also go, sit by a pond or by the water, or listen to something at night. I do, so I understand. It's just kind of weird how the perception is this is all they see, but there's so much more to us. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I mean, the only help I have, but is crucial to me, is I pay someone to set up my live streams, because they all have to be manually set up. You can't, there isn't just like, there should be like, okay, automatically set up through this. No, you have to do one, but it takes hours to set them all up.
Honey, I'm impressed with everything that you do in your graphics and everything. I've always been that way.
Thank you.
I personally can't. I can barely figure out how to set up an appointment on Zoom. Okay. So I am impressed.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So good. So good. Yeah.
Thank you. Deb had a question. Have you ever done a remote viewing that freaked you out?
Yes. One time I did a remote view on Putin, and I was remote viewing him, and I'm not a remote view that I get into and immersed, and it may not be real time that I'm watching. It could be like spiritual, like an Akashic record kind of a remote view, like spiritual information. And I remember being there with him, and it was when he was getting sick. And in the remote view, I saw he would only allow one woman, like one, I thought maybe it was his daughter or somebody. He would only allow one woman to come in and administer his medication. And I'm watching all of this, and I really didn't recognize her and all that. And all of a sudden, he turned around and looked at me. And I thought, you're not supposed to be able to do that, right? And so I kind of come out of it, and I was on screen. I was doing a video, and I come out of it, and I'm like, Putin does know about us. He knows about it. And then it kind of dawned on me. I'm like, I need to be aware that he's aware of what we're doing and how we're watching it. But he literally turned around and looked at me. I was like, Yeah. So that freaked me out. That was a little bit of a freak out. Not major, but I was like, alrighty then. He knew who I was. I don't think he knew who I was. I'm getting ego in there now. But I'm talking about he was aware that somebody was watching him.
Yeah, at least subconsciously. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think that the readings that freak me out that I deal with is some of the Epstein stuff and things like that. Some of these readings, I have to throw my
detach.
away.
Yeah, you have to detach. Absolutely.
Oh, there's some nasty energy.
Well, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to talk.
No, you're fine. But then sometimes it's funny because, every once in a while I'm not looking for it, but I'll pick up something and it's about, President Blunderdum's personal life, let's say. And I'm just like, ew, get, ew.
I'm like, I don't even know that.
I don't want to know. No.
Agreed. I agree. And we just got to learn how to detach. And it sounds so cold, but the worst part about it is knowing about it and not being able to fix it. I think that's where our empathy comes in, and that's what kicks our butt sometimes. So
that makes sense.
Yep.
Mal is asking, has anyone looked at whether Putin is actually, I don't know who that is, Cushy, the Deathless? I don't know who that is, I'm afraid.
I don't know what that is. You have to give us a little bit more explanation on who, what, and that is.
Okay.
I don't think Putin is anybody other than Putin. I didn't see, because sometimes when you see that somebody's being something else, I see my Gemini self there, and I don't see a Gemini there, like two people.
No, I've never picked up.
No, and what's really bizarre about that man is that he loves dogs, and dogs love him. I'm like, how does that work?
Same thing with Adolf.
Weird. But he cannot stand watching somebody mistreat a dog. I watched a video where there was somebody holding the puppy by the back of the neck. And it was just, like that callous hold a dog by the back of his neck. And Putin walked over and grabbed the dog and pulled the dog toward him and held the dog. And you can tell that Putin was like, you don't hold a dog like that. You could just kind of tell in the video, he was like saving the dog in his little demeanor and something I would do. Like, give me the dog. You can't treat it like that. And I sat there and watched that for a minute. I'm like, how does that happen? Yeah. Weird.
Who knows?
All right. We have.
Yeah. Well, speaking of ickiness, so I've got a bunch of questions here, but some of them are specifically about the Andrew situation, not because, again, no kings. We don't do kings here. We don't do princes. We don't do, and he is scum of the earth. He is absolute scum of the earth. They can't take away his being a technical prince, because that's just where he was born. But his entire Duke of Yorkness just went whew, after talking to Charles. Sarah Ferguson is no longer a duchess, and good riddance. The kids are, luckily though, Beatrice and what have you, they're fine. They've kept their titles. They're fine. They're fine. So, let me see right here. It was.
I just want to shout out to Lori. She's watching us.
Oh, hello, Lori. Did I miss Way of Positive Change, Lori?
Yeah, she didn't post in there. She texted and she goes, I'm watching you now.
Oh, okay. Hello, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
So,
Andrew.
Pardon?
Andrew.
Oh, Andrew. No. I'm sorry. I was trying to skimming some writing here. Sorry. What do you think? Could Andrew's downfall mark the beginning of the end of the monarchy? Apparently, in astrology, there's some people saying that Uranus is squaring the old Hanoverian sun at 18 Leo, Pluto beginning its long reforming passage through Aquarius, which we're all dealing with. The tension between royal power and collective justice is hard to miss. So, is this the beginning of the end, or is it just going to go William, George, on and on?
That's very interesting. I think it bumped them up a little. That's what it was like. They finally got rid of the trash. It was like a weird little. But let's see.
Oh yeah, and Andrew is so done. So Devil World done, and a lot of the let's just say the gild is off the lily. The illusion, the pretty illusion is. There is some justice, but not real justice. But his name is Mud, as it should be. I don't have anything on the monarchy though. I just thought I would interrupt and answer first, just because it wasn't actually about Andrew.
Well, interesting enough, the king is a Scorpion.
Yes.
And it was a lot about revenge for King Charles. I was just literally talking about that. you know, like that sibling rivalry, and he just had a fiery moment. He realized his organized crime. But the monarch is achieving first stage for some reason. There's something in it that they are planning. There's some future planning, and he can't be a part of it. And because I think they want to keep their hierophant, you know, they want to keep their king. They want to keep going on. And I get the wheel of fortune. Either that's karma, or this, you know, it cycles up, or you know, travel, the movement on that. And then looking for assistance in planning. So I don't know what they're looking for assistance in the future, how getting rid of him provides them looking for the future and planning. The confidence, they attract helpful people. So maybe somebody says, you get rid of him, I'll help you. That's interesting. What do you get?
I get that. Well, as far as Andrew goes, he has a huge inheritance from his mother and grandmother.
Oh.
And the lease for where he's living is paid up through 2078. So he's not hurting for money. He has somewhere to live for the rest of his life. He just won't be accepted at anywhere. Oh, thank you so much, Melissa. Thank you. So he's grossly, he's not going to be hurting for money, but he's going to be really angry because of his narcissism, and his entitlement, his sense of entitlement. But everybody's finally seeing him clearly for what he is, and he is publicly going to. This is his to bear for the rest of his life, as it should be. The monarchy itself they're going to focus, just really, really push the charity aspect, especially going forward. Because I don't think the problems are over. They may be over with Epstein, but there are other problems coming, and it's the younger people who the way the institution has been, that's over. But the young people, if they focus really, really hard on charity work, because basically they're a glorified PR company,
Correct,
for the UK. That's what they are. That's their job. And if they show humility and they push the charity angle, they'll be okay. But they need to get away from the way it is now.
So it just dawned on me that this announcement comes after Trump showed up. Now, do you think Trump or anybody in his little cabinet or whatever kind of showed the king a few details about Andrew that may come out because the United States is pushing for all of this stuff to come out? So he was like, just in case this actually gets through in the United States, this is what's going to come out against him.
No, quite the opposite, because Trump is doing everything he can to stop this information from spreading or getting out. Because Trump is in the files.
Correct.
So he wouldn't go over there and be like, hey, you better keep an eye on Andrew. No, quite the opposite. I think.
I didn't know if, like, you know, just in case we can't fight this and we can't stop it here in the United States, here's something against him you might want to know.
No, Trump's narcissism knows no bounds.
Trump wouldn't have done it, but I was just wondering maybe somebody in his administration might have. But
no. He chooses the most vile flunkies he can find.
He does.
Yeah. Yes. The Giuffre book is coming out tomorrow. I thought maybe we could have a quick look at how it's going to do.
Yeah. Let's do that. I'm gonna mute while I shuffle because my is so loud.
This poor woman. So badly for her. Bless her soul. She was in that mess for 2.5 years, apparently. Ugh. Yeah, Louis, that's what we're talking about. What have you got, my friend?
Well. The fear is real with her book. There's a lot of stuff in there. There's a lot of fear around that. But it does balance out the truth. I don't know why it would balance out the truth, but there's a little balancing happening, like whatever they've been touting and whatever her information is, somehow kind of like, no, this is what happened. Because she's full, her chariot is full of information. She has a full chariot, and it's going to really spread like wildfire through this country. And the reason, like a sudden change in activity, sudden change in belief system, sudden change in a lot of stuff. And I get the justice card, and it doesn't look like just like, there we go. I don't see, justice like somebody's gonna go get arrested or whatever. But it's like the justice for the victims. She's
Right.
laying it out for the victims. So I'm very excited about her book, to be honest. But we'll get snippets. We don't even have to read it, really. They'll announce it. But
Yeah.
what'd you get?
Her spirit is part of it. I'm because there's ghosts in the Halloween deck. Cups are ghosts, and I was very much drawn to the ghostly aspect of this card. Bless her soul, and the other victims. And may they find peace. And I have I don't know this, but I have a sense that she's waiting for like more of what's in the book to come out, more of it, like a dawn of understanding or information across the world, like a wave. Like this, I'm getting a picture of the sun, not the sun, the earth spinning and the sun coming up over the horizon and going, the knowledge spreading. She got $15,000 to be with Andrew. So if it's not just Andrew, there are some other men who will have to. The problem is that this was long enough ago that some of the people who were involved with Epstein are actually no longer with us.
Yeah.
And she herself, she wasn't there for the whole thing because she is the most visible victim. Excuse me, sorry. Sorry. Because she is the most visible victim, people kind of assume that she was there for, like, if she didn't see Trump involved, then he wasn't. But no, she was there for, I believe it's 2.5 years. And he was going for decades.
Yeah.
So
she heard something. She heard something. Nobody was, everybody was talking.
Well, the ghostwriter who worked with her on this book, and generally how these kind of books get written is a ghostwriter gets hired, and the person who's telling the story, the writer just sits down with them and just talks to them. Tell the story. Tell me this story. Tell me that story. Tell me this other story. And the ghostwriter just puts it into a book format.
Right.
And the ghostwriter was asked, did she ever say anything about Trump? And this poor woman, she was talking about misguided. She was actually excited about Trump because he kept promising he was going to release the Epstein files. And because she didn't have direct experience with him. Then she was very, very disappointed. And it's like, you poor thing.
Yeah.
That anyone would trust this guy is, whew. But I've got the truth here. But yeah, this book is not what's going to hurt Trump. But and if anything, the as much as Trump doesn't want anyone talking about any of this, I have a sense that because Trump isn't named in this, it helps Trump in some way to have something this high profile happen. But wait till the files.
Right. That's exactly. I think that helps Trump with his base, saying that she wasn't near him. But what's going to turn around for justice is, why don't you release it if you're not in there? Like,
right.
If you're good to go, why haven't you released it now? So then they're going, yeah, there's no reason for you not to now. That's where the comes.
Would you mind us looking at will the Democrats get hold of the files? Will the real information in there get released?
Let's do that.
I do love the feeling from Democratic lawmakers that they are adamant they're not going to let this go, and it isn't some kind of gotcha something. There's real disgust. There's real honest.
I mean, it has to be bad if we have Marjorie Taylor Greene on our side.
Not on my bingo. That was not on my bingo card.
Me neither. My jaw went. You know what I mean? I'm like, who? What? Her? What? You know what I mean? So yeah, if it has got her attention, I'm pretty sure she probably sat with somebody quietly and said, "Is this true?" So
what have you got, my friend? When you get there.
Oh my God. Well, the wealthy is definitely going to suppress it. I have the 10 of Pentacles. I have the stingy boy holding on to it. I have the lies and the receipts. The lie, thieves. Swords, thinking away how to do it. I also get the 8 of Pentacles, how hard they work at not letting them go. But I do get the 10 of Cups at the end. Is that happy for them? Is it happy for us? Let me pull some clarifiers. Because after all of this holding on, money, lying, cheating, working hard to get it done, or maybe it is the Democrats that are working really hard. And we become happy. So hang on a minute. Let me pull some from my true crime cards, which are my favorite true crime, and see what 2 cards would come out of that. Oh, maybe they do. Because they will take them down. The drugs, the poison of what happened. I'm going to try a 1/1 crime of passion. So maybe they do get exposed. I think they do. What do you got?
I've got a mixed bag.
Yeah, so did I. So yeah.
Yeah. There are lots of people who are worried, including the king of the Bog of Eternal Stench, who is our current president. Again, I got that 8 of Pentacles too, working very, very hard. This is my card for Trump's base of power. The vacation retirement card or cruise ship. I generally, in the Rider Waite, I call this my cruise ship card. his base of power, but the Democratic Knights are coming strongly, and here's a world card, and things will change. And even if they can't, things will change in the sense of, I honestly think there's going to reach a point where this is not going to be okay anymore.
Yeah,
and it shouldn't be. But there's the emperor. You do have those rich people, but they have the Democrats are going to push out a lot of evidence, and there are
good.
There's some people who are going to go into kind of hiding type thing, or take their billions and go, gosh, I think I'll go find a quiet island somewhere for a while. But I would love to say that the worst of the worst about President Blunderdum is going to come out. I'm just afraid. Actually, do you mind if we ask specifically about that? Will really bad information, really bad, you almost have to believe it.
Okay.
Information come out about Trump.
Let me get my cards here. Let's do that. Let's see. What's the energy of the information? How about that? We'll try that. Let's see.
Thank you, everybody, for being here today. I feel really lucky, both because Sheila's here and because you're here. Yes, Raymond, I hope all the protesters got their checks. Yes. Sheila, have you been getting your George Soros checks? Since we all get our...
I got my yacht parked out in my front my carport.
There you go.
I'm like, it cost me absolutely zero yesterday to go protest. So I don't know what we gave them money to put up a speaker. Well, we got a speaker. We actually had Giuffre's relatives speak at ours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was I can't remember the connection, but it was a man who is relative, because he got up there and he really had a hard time talking about her death. But yeah, we had a speaker at doing that. So we may have paid for his plane ticket. Who knows? So my gosh. I get the chariot again. Now, the chariot has a lot of things for a lot of reasons. And when I intuitively look at the chariot, my first picture is, what is in your chariot? What are you packing to move forward with, right? And I got the chariot again with this. So it tells me that there's a lot of stuff packed in there. I also get the King of Swords, but the King of Swords is inverted for me, and that manipulation. So they're going to see the manipulation of our king, what he did. And I've always said this from quite a while, and even through a remote view, that Trump would never have allowed Epstein to be his boss. He would never have allowed him to be, undercut by him in any sort of way. So my belief system is that Trump was equal and or running something for Epstein. He had more of a stake in it and money in it. He would never have let a money opportunity get away with him. And so that's what that manipulation or that poor judgment is going to come out with him. I also get clarity generosity, charity. So the generosity, that is the open-minded, that like once it comes out, it'll all be available for everybody to watch. Now, I don't have a huge impact yet, but maybe we can read on that next. What did you get?
I'm surprised at how good these cards were. It's like, really? card for the reading I got, there's President Blunderdum, right there. The cards themselves, fruits of labor, Hanged Man, about the lovers. There's that chariot, big forward movement, Wheel of Fortune. This keeps showing up over and over and over. And this is major arcana. There's
major, big stuff.
Yeah, I mean, literally only one of these cards is not major arcana.
Yeah.
This is a big deal. And there's the Lover's card, forward motion about the information, and somebody's spinning on that wheel. There is enough that has been gathered that someone can be, strung up by their metaphorical ankle. Yeah. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. So I was wondering, I wanted to get some clarification, and what I got was that there's been silence because I wonder if some of the information that comes out, whether it's in the files or it's separately, it's something about being paid off. Some victims being paid off.
Yeah.
And where did that money come from? It feels like they really need to get some forensic accountants involved. But yeah, my only thing about this is dumpster fire. His health is so bad.
Yeah, it is.
That there's a ticking clock here.
And they all know it because they have done things in so fast.
Yeah.
So fast. They know that did you catch I caught a little glimpse of something where there was a reporter or somebody in the Oval Office and he kept on saying, "What is that? What is that on the desk? What is that?" Oh. And then they showed a picture of a memorial little archy.
It's the Arc of Trump.
Yes. And he goes, that's for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're already building your grave site?
No, it's not a grave site. It's like the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. It's meant to be this massive thing like the Washington Monument or what have you, that is just this giant triumphal arch for Donald Trump.
Is that for his grave though?
No. Just his glory. This massive, the Arc de, I don't know how big Trump's is, but the Arc de Triomphe in Paris is so big.
It's like a mushroom. I've heard that it's about as big as this and it looks like a mushroom.
Okay. Yeah. Arc de Triomphe in Paris is so big that people, it's a giant roundabout. Certain people driving around it. It's a massive thing. And from my understanding, I could be wrong, but my understanding is that for Trump, it's not to scale. It's actually massive. And it's all about him.
Yeah, that's in his imagination.
His triumphal arch.
Where are they going to put?
Oh, it was on the desk was a mock-up with here's where the Washington Monument here is, and this is where this is, and this is where that is. It's in Washington D.C. It's absolutely. My understanding is it's massive.
That's what I saw.
Yeah,
I thought it was like gravesite or something. I thought.
Oh no! It's it's
worse. The Kennedy Memorial. Like the Kennedy Memorial. That's what my mind went to. Like that's what they're going to do for him.
Yeah, and you don't forget the Epstein ballroom.
Yeah,
which is massive and does not fit the scale of the White House.
Stupid,
big, gaudy, ugly. Oh, and I wonder if they're going to keep top secret documents on the stage like they did at Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago, yeah. That's another thing. I do TikTok, right? And I always get them. It says, why didn't Biden release them? I'm like, how could he when they were stuck at Mar-a-Lago in a closet he wouldn't let out anybody see? How is he going to release them?
Yeah. Oh, Bell Book and Candle saying the Lincoln Memorial will face the arch. Don't do that to Abraham. He didn't. He doesn't deserve that. He does not deserve that. To have to look at that. Ugh.
That is stupid.
Well, even and the thing is that we could say this is ridiculous. You know, Congress will never pay for it, but that he's getting donors to pay for the ballroom.
You mean he's stealing the money that was supposed to go for school? That's why you take down the school this, and you take down another program, you take down another program. Well, where did you find your money?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I know.
Okay, and then
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm bringing all these heavy questions.
It's okay with me. Go for it, hon.
All right, let's do the dumbest thing that he could do, but is still possible. Is he going to pardon or commute the sentence of Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah, I got something pretty crazy last time I was on my live, so I'm kind of curious of what you'll bring. So yeah, how is she going to get out of prison was the question I asked. So,
oh gosh. Okay, I guess I could look at it that way. Oh boy. All right.
See what you come up with. That'll be
okay.
Fun.
How is Ghislaine Maxwell going to get out of prison? She's already said the minute she sets foot outside that jail, she's leaving the country. She has family overseas, and she does not believe she or Giuffre did anything wrong. There's a place in hell. Okay, that's just weird.
Please tell me.
I pulled a set of 5, and for clarification, I pulled a set of 3. There is not a single major arcana here, not one.
Wow, that's even.
It's all day to day, back and forth. But Trump is right here, the man. He's there keeping her safe. Well, that's what he tells himself. But the question is, how is she going to leave? But there's also, I don't know if you know this, but there have been reports where she has been meeting secretly with people in the chapel. So there are no cameras or anything. And while that's going on, everybody else is on lockdown. Mm-hmm. And the warden was giving a warning to everyone else there not to talk about her and not to, it's like, are you kidding? It's just it's back and forth, but the refusal, but
well, let me show you my cards. Maybe yours will make a little bit more sense. So I got the worry and the anxiety. This is her suffering so bad while she's in there, right? And she's very, very close to the emperor, and she knows a lot of crap about the emperor. And the Ten of Swords, she wants it to look like everybody hates her and the pain and all of that good stuff. And then I get clarifications. And these are almost the exact cards I got when I did my live. I got the secret, fake death, and burial.
Oh.
You know how Giuffre got out? See, I am a believer. I don't know if it's you, but I'm a believer that Giuffre's somewhere alive somewhere. And when I first came onto this scene, I did a whole bunch of readings on it and pendulum and all that. I'm like, that boy is alive. And the first time I ever saw his face going into the ambulance, you cover up dead people. You don't let a person alive, a dead, be shown to the public, right? I'm like, that man is alive. Or if not, that's not him. And I thought the same thing. I'm like, they just faked his death to get him out of here. And then all of a sudden I'm doing this reading. I'm like, they're offering her the same thing. Because how else will Trump save face with his reporters, with his base? If he pardons her, that may sour the milk. But if her death is faked, they get her out of prison, they rearrange her face. I wish I could do that for her, but whatever. And and then they change her this, because what does the FBI do the most? They hide people. That's their best game, is to put people in FBI protection. I'm just saying, that's what I came up with. That's what I came up with on my live, and I cannot believe that I got the same cards. Fake death. I don't know. What do you got? Maybe I'm just.
No, you're fine. I pulled an entire. I shuffled. I pulled an entire new set of cards, and I got the same cards, and they're all minor arcana. There's
make it not a big deal.
Refusal. This is just, this is, I mean, there are victims here, but it's just adding insult to injury. I mean, she's going to leave. Okay. I'm getting a little frustrated with my own reading here, because it's like, okay, I'm missing something, because how is she going to leave that prison? She's not going to die in that prison and they're going to bury her on the grounds. I mean, she's leaving of her own volition. She's going to do her full sentence. She's going to, things will be commuted. She'll get a pardon. She'll get parole. I don't know. Or she's leaving to go to a hospital or in a pine box. That's something. But I just get this day-to-day
secret,
the fact that,
hiding low down somewhere else. Nobody knows it's me.
Is she going to get smuggled out?
I don't know. That was like the strongest feeling I ever got. I'm like, they're going to do the same thing to her as they did to Epstein to get him out of prison. Because people in high places with billions of dollars who is on that client list will do anything. Maybe I'm a wackadoodle. I don't know. Let's see.
Okay, what I'm getting is, if she manages to set foot out of that place, either through, CIA, or who knows, anything. Those powerful people, they absolutely 100% want her DEAD. 100%.
Because if there's a fake death, she can never speak again.
Right. Or if there's, what the cards are saying is, it doesn't matter what, that they will do whatever it takes.
Yep.
They will do whatever it takes to make sure that this woman can never talk. It feels like she is actually safer where she is.
I agree with that. Now she is definitely safer. So she's already, you know, did a little press and glorified Trump, make sure that he was never in the files and he was good. So she already paid her debt.
Oh, she's definitely done her part, lying through her teeth about, oh no, Trump was never involved in absolutely anything. Never, never, never.
And with all the other evidence we all know, I don't know. It's like the weirdest energy I've ever came across, and it just dawned on me, like, what?
And here's the thing: if she has access to the actual evidence, the videos, so she has not what the police have, but the actual
Right.
blackmail material, that kind of thing. Why would she still be sitting in prison?
Because they proved that because with the witnesses, they proved that she trafficked those witnesses.
Oh, no. Oh, no, I know that she's been lawfully, I'm sorry. I know that she's been lawfully convicted.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if she has that kind of information on Trump, then why hasn't she held it over him?
She has. She literally has. So how did she get out of the prison that she was in? Hey, I got stuff on you. I won't say anything. You move me there. Now that she has moved to Texas, where there's more corruption than anything in the prison systems, they can manipulate anybody in those prison systems over her and what is going on, right? She has more freedom. She does yoga. She's like in a spa.
Right.
So that she's rewarded that way. Then they come down and say, hey, you have to put out a statement. So she puts out a statement exonerating Trump like he was the best thing since sliced bread. So she has already, but she still has the evidence. If she let go of that evidence, she has nothing over him. Nothing. So she has everything to lose if she lets go of the evidence.
Oh, yeah, but if she...
So she will never talk.
She got into a nicer prison, but if she has something that good, then why hasn't he already committed?
Because he has to save face with his base. You see, there's a whole bunch of people he promised to release the Epstein files to. He backed out on that. Now that Ghislaine Maxwell is now in Yogaville, he releases her. And all of the victims have talked about her and told her that she definitely needs to be in there. You see, they are PR. That's a PR nightmare for him. But if she dies without actually dying, and they get her out of prison like they did with Epstein, and then she goes off to the far, far land and rearranges her face and her hair, and nobody knows who she is, and she goes and lives a nice, quiet, mundane life and never speaks of it again. That's the best solution for everybody involved, including the one who has been threatening him. She's been blackmailing him from the get-go.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
And if anybody here, if you're listening, if we both sound very passionate about this, we're not upset with each other.
Oh, not at all.
No, we're angry that this woman is still sucking in air.
Yes.
And
it would be nice if they actually took her out, but that's not going to happen. That's for entertainment purposes only. We do not advocate for that whatsoever.
No, but we really wish the full evidence, all the blackmail material would come out.
Yeah.
So that she wouldn't have leverage and that there would be real justice for these victims. But we are both disgusted for the victims. And we want, so I just want you to feel if you're like, oh my gosh, are you two fighting? No.
Oh.
We are angry at her and that system. You may be right, but I'm just getting a whole lot of, now she definitely has information on him. I've got that, entertainment only. But it feels like mostly they're just, I have her cooling her heels there for a long time.
I thought maybe, and when I did the thing, I thought maybe within a year, they have to let everything calm down. I get that. Absolutely. Like within a year, he has to let time. That's why he's told everybody stop talking about the Epstein files because he is on a time crunch with her.
Well, in his health.
Oh, exactly. That too. Who's going to pardon her if, yeah, that is absolutely true. Nobody's going to give a crap if he dies first.
Right. Like Vancy Pants isn't going to.
Yes, if as long as what's his face, have you watched the oh gosh, my brain just left me. The little cartoon. That what is it called? The South Park? Have you watched any of the South Park?
I haven't. I'm afraid I haven't.
You have to.
I will.
Oh my gosh, it is so fun. They put Vance as that. Remember the Fantasy Island? You know that little
tattoo.
They made him the tattoo. They made him tattoo with a great big. Oh, you have to watch it. It's so funny. But anyways, tattoo. If he is never in the Epstein files, then it's good to go. They're going to release it and have a good day, because Trump will be gone. He'll be dead. See what? He's gone now. There's no worries. Everything's good. Everything's back on track. But I just kind of see like a whole new timeline with everything and how they're maneuvering. I mean, he just literally took a Soros out of prison. George Soros, he let out of prison.
Santos, I think it was.
You're right. Sorry, I said the wrong name.
No, it's fine, because we were talking about Soros earlier about getting checks.
Santos, he just let Santos out. Community. I'm like, and the Republicans literally kicked him out of the House of Representatives because he was so corrupt. But Mr. Trump said, "Let him go."
Yeah, and no one out there should need us to tell you this, but he's not changed his ways.
No, God, no.
There hasn't been a come to Jesus. No. No.
He'll be back in within a year because he can't control himself.
He just thinks he can get away with it, and if he walks, past you on the other side of the street, double check where your wallet is. If you're still,
clutch your pearls when you're around that guy.
I am so grateful you came on today. Thank you so much.
This has been enjoyable.
Great. Yes. And I hope that we can do this again soon. And we're going to get through this. And I say it every day, but it really is true. There are more of us than there are of them. There just are. And when we go out and Democrats vote in big enough numbers, there are no shenanigans they can pull that will keep Democrats fully out of power. We have to vote. And I've said this repeatedly, but I'll throw this again in here quickly. We have more than two parties in this country. What we have is two umbrellas. In other countries where they have multiple parties, they then have those parties that have to form a coalition. The only difference in the US is that our coalitions are baked in. That's it. So if you want the Democrats to go further to the left, then you vote for those kinds of people in the primaries. Mm-hmm. But whoever is chosen in the primaries, every one of us has got to vote blue, vote for that person, even if you think they are too far, they're too centrist, they're too far to the left, whatever it is. That argument is for the primary.
Yeah.
But once the primaries are over, we have got to vote for Democrats.
Yeah.
In vast numbers.
Yeah.
So
the only way we're going to save this country is if you stop voting for Republicans.
Yeah. And you do vote. You don't stay home.
Vote.
Yeah, vote. Yes.
There's 174 registered voters in this country. Million? 174 million registered voters. That's not how many voted. So we have missed out on those opportunities. And I give you another statistic before we go. Another statistic is, hang on, let me bring it up here. Another statistic is Democrats have 44.1 million registered voters for Democrats. Republicans only have 37.4 million registered voters. Independents, it's a little off. We don't get them tracked very well, but 35% of the rest of the 174 million people are registered independent. Independent has always tracked left more than they have ever tracked Republican. Right. So if we can capture the rest of those independents and bring them onto our side, that's astronomically above and beyond how many registered Republicans we have in this country. Therefore, we win astronomically. Right. So just remember that when we are voting, just vote and get everybody else out there to vote.
Yeah.
You know? So
100%.
Enough preaching.
Yes, but we just want to throw that out in the ether. So, Lori, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. It was wonderful. Thank you, Lori. All right. Well, it is 1:15 here in Chicago, and at 3:00 I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Everybody's always welcome. We do sprints where we just focus on our own projects for 25 minutes, and we take 5 minutes, let our brains recover. We encourage each other. Then we do another. It's for those afternoon doldrums where you, especially if you're self-employed or you're an artist or whatever, or there's something where it's like, yeah, that time of day I get tired. I could take a nap, or I could just, not work. It's just a place where you have community, where we'll encourage you, and we get work done too. So it's Sarah's day off, but I'll be there. And that's every day on the Creative Sprints channel. Links in the description.
Woohoo! Sounds like an afternoon delight.
Not that kind, but yes.
Oh. Yeah, no, not that kind.
Not that kind, but yes. It is very enjoyable. Yeah. But importantly, you're not alone. We're in this together, and there really are good days ahead. All right, so hang in there. All right, and we'll see you later, as always. All right, okay. Bye.